Minnesota Vikings.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If your running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Goff. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. They didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
On the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings.
To
Adam Thielen.
Touchdown.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Please take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
There certainly is because we all...
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. race. Past the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Tyrell Williams, 77 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Returning it, Johnson. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Vikings.
Now Cook. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second.
From the gun, it's Tua. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Tua going to throw. Tua, and the ball is out, and the Lions have recovered. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back into youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
On first and 10, it's Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, Goff. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
A gain of 9 brings up third and 3.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. conversion. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL. He dreamed of it. But to put up these kind of numbers while doing so, that's got to be kind of cool for him. He'll enjoy the heck out of thinking about that when this one is over.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
It's second down and 10.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And 6.
Throwing again is Goff. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And now out comes Minnesota. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
At the 31-yard line.
On second down, Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
First down, Vikings.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play in football.
And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to second.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Vikings 7.
2 and now, 3rd and goal. Pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Romeo Okwara, he's the one one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will knot us up at 10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Goff now to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gone. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Goff will try and set up the screen to Swift. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Goff. Down in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd down now. It's Cook, and he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Matthew Ioannidis able to record his 5th sack of the season.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings.
Minnesota.
The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
First and 10 at their own 20.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
So far, he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll run on first down. Swift. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Brings up second.
They'll run here with Swift. He's got the first down move inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's down to first, so we'll have to go backwards for another second down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays second down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a first down before they have to start their downs over again.
Now the middle, and it's complete. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On first down, Swift, and he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
A gain of 2. Brings up second.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
1-yard gain. Brings up second.
On second down, Tua. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be third down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third.
Here's Tua. And he finds Cook. And he will have the Vikings first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Tua now on first down. Smith catches left side. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down, it's Cook. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
The ball carrier. He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's a gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Tyrell Williams heading back out onto the field now. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
So far, he's north of 100 yards receiving. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. Now Goff on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Is good.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 20.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. The message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it. When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Again, Goff. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And that one closing in on halftime with the Cowboys out on top. Dak Prescott has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Dwayne Haskins throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. 38-0. Whoa! That's your final? Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
From the gun, it's Tua. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. A give to Cook out of the gun. And spins away. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He continues to deliver a 1st down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Oh, then the spin. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the Lions' 31-yard line.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as he'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. The quick slant caught. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Complete to Irv Smith Jr.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Complete to
Irv Smith Jr. with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown. Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Goff on 3rd down. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass and they get 12 yards out of it. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They'll run on 1st down. Swift. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it's Goff. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 28. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
28-yard
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now a carry for Swift. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Goff. Caught left side, Williams.
Goff.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
The score, Vikings 31. Lions 13.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he rifles one incomplete. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and...
Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. Able to spin free. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. He's going to fire one deep left. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a
great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the 1st down to go along with it. On the ground, it's Cook. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Complete. Jefferson the target. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Vikings.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now a run with Cook. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Lions' 11-yard line.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 9-play drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that was that. So we're happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's got his man on the out route. And he goes out right around the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Out of the gun, Goff. At the nose down the tight end, Hawkinson. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Vikings head out to take over once again. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. they feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run. Cook. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
He was brought down by Carl Joseph. A gain of 9 brings up
Cook.
2nd and 1.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Brought down by Carl Joseph. A pickup of 2 yards.
They run the counter with Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
2 and now on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And
throwing now is Tagovailoa. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Marianitis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 29-yard attempt.
Bailey's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Vikings 41, Lions 13.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what are you, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Gain on the play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Now Goff. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral is strongly good, but they'll take anything positive at this point. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on fourth.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the Lions' 23-yard line.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8 at the 17-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down.
A 30-yard attempt. Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Minnesota, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.